Yo! Welcome to another video. Today is something completely different because I just want to do whatever I like and be myself. Therefore, I ranked all types of pasta that I'm familiar with, which is a lot. Now, I can understand people can argue and get upset, and you totally can. You can have any opinion you'd like. This is not a rage bait video. I'm just trying to be transparent in an entertaining way. And just, I don't know, have some opinion about some pasta. Just because I can. I know I do miss out some other famous types of pasta like stelline or pastino, but I didn't grow up with that because I've had a lot of pasta, but I'm Southern Italian from Sicily, and the entire country of Italy has a shit ton of pasta types. So I'm not gonna be familiar with everything or grow up with everything. And then lastly, I'm not going to pronounce things perfectly, mainly because I'm speaking English with some Italian words, and it's just going to throw my pronunciation off a bit. But you get the idea. Feel free to grab a snack and share your own opinion if you'd like.
So, we're gonna do this from long pasta to shorter pasta to round pasta to short to again shortish pasta or like shorter pasta to filled pasta. So, here we start with the first one, the most famous one. It's spaghetti. Now, spaghetti, it is the pasta you can use it for almost every single dish. There are specific kind of pasta that specifically are made for that dish or are purposeful for that dish. But anyway, normal spaghetti, they cling to the sauce beautifully. They go well with a beautiful pasta al mare, spaghetti al mare, or just a simple spaghetti al sugo. Therefore, fucking love spaghetti. But let's look at it from a realistic aspect. Is it buonissimissimo? No. Is it S? Is it top tier? In my opinion, there's better pasta than spaghetti. So, I don't say it's S tier. It's almost S, in my opinion. I think spaghetti, it's the mother of all pasta. It's a solid A tier, high A tier. Then, next, we arrive at the disabled version of spaghetti. These are called capellini or capellini d'angelo. And I fucking despise this one. We go from top A to razzo che schifo. And I'll explain why. Two reasons why I absolutely hate the pasta. One from a personal, subjective aspect, and another one from a more objective, chefy aspect. So, from the subjective aspect, I hate the name of this pasta. It's translated to hair or angel's hair, which makes it even more disgusting. Are you telling me you want me to buy a packet of angel hair? No. No. That's why I fucking hate it. Second off, the more chefy reason, this pasta is way too thin. Way too thin. So it's really easy to overcook it, and then when you combine it with the sauce, you're barely going to get the textural aspect of the capellini or the taste. It just sucks, in my opinion. Now the next one is bucatini, and they're called bucatini because buco means hole, and bucatini are little holes. So this pasta has little holes. And I like bucatini, but I don't really like the small holes. It just feels like an attention seeker from spaghetti, as if like, oh, you know what? Let's make almost spaghetti, but then let's be a little bit disturbing. That's how bucatini feels for me. I just don't like texturally how like you start biting through the bucatini and then you feel like a little bit like those fucking tentacle thingies. I forgot how to call it in English. I'm not native English speaking, thank you very much. But yeah, I don't really like that. So therefore, it's still solid. It's a bit weird texturally. It's a B. Then we have ziti. So ziti is, you basically just use it for one dish, and that's pasta al forno. Therefore, you know, I go to a bar, and I order. Sometimes if I see it, I'll go like, yeah, let's get a plate of pasta al forno. For the rest, it's weird. I don't know. Like, am I going out of my way to, on its own, cook ziti? No. Second off, am I going to go for pasta al forno over lasagna? No. Because lasagna is just a better version than pasta al forno. Pasta al forno is just a lazier version of lasagna. You have less time on your hands, make pasta al forno. You want to make something special, make lasagna. Overall, ziti are okay. I think they're better than bucatini, but they're not spaghetti level. Then, also, this might look dark. They're all like the same kind of flour. We're not gonna go like the dark yucky version. So, linguine I like. However, linguine, tagliatelle, fettuccine, pappardelle, those are flat pasta. Like flat with a specific kind of thickness. And linguine is the thinnest kind of the flat, pretty sure. And in my opinion, it's a bit too thin for the flat version. You don't really get the best experience. Maybe it's like a good, it can work for like a good version of linguine aglio e olio, but I think it can improve texturally. It's a good pasta, but can be better. Is it better than bucatini? Is it better than ziti? Yes. Is it better than spaghetti? No. Does it deserve A tier? I don't know. Here I'm on the fence. Here I am on the fence. Okay, let me picture this. I order linguine in a good restaurant. Italian restaurant. No bullshit. I think linguine, I want something refreshing. Like legit aglio e olio. Or maybe al sugo. Linguine alla vongole. Okay. High B tier. Now, fettuccine. Fettuccine, I think, is a better version than linguine. Enjoyable, solid, just a better version. I prefer the thickness. Fettuccine, A tier, solid. Then tagliatelle. They're almost fettuccine. They're almost the same thickness. It's insanely close. It's a little bit thicker. I like it. A tier. I'm not gonna make a huge story each time because I have so many pasta to rate. So I wanna save some time. Then we have pappardelle. Pappardelle are fucking huge. They're like the obese version of linguine. Like they're linguine times fucking 6. These are like, they look like flat slugs. That's a really weird description, but they're thick as hell. And in my opinion, they're just too thick. And like at the point of where the thickness or like the size of the pasta is less enjoyable. And it doesn't really cling to the sauce as well. You need a lot of sauce, and it cannot be a thin sauce. You need a thicker sauce to cling to the pappardelle. And therefore, you're gonna be full after 2 strips of pappardelle each time you take the dish. You eat the dish and you can only like eat half the plate because the pasta and the sauce in combination is just way too filling. Even though the dish by itself is not that filling, you could substitute the pappardelle with spaghetti and you could eat the whole plate. That's how filling pappardelle are, because it's a fucking huge ass pasta. Therefore, not gonna lie, C tier. Respectively, high C tier. I love pappardelle, but I would prefer easily burattine, fettuccine, linguine or ziti. Then we have a big, very, very big head, lasagna. Now, the one thing with lasagna, you cannot use lasagna for really other dishes. It's lasagna and lasagna only. You have lasagna sheets, you make lasagna with it. You don't really do anything else. One thing I went to a friend of my girlfriend, and she said she made lasagna soup. Now, I don't know if this is a thing in Italy, because Italy is fucking huge, and I only really have been in the south. My family lives in the south. I'm southern, I'm Catanese, and so what she did with making a soup out of lasagna, she broke the fucking lasagna in pieces, basically making the ragu and making like everything for a lasagna, but she made the sauce way too thin, so it turned into a soup, and put the lasagna sheets in there, broke it, and then in the end put ricotta on top and parmigiano. Which, the ingredients are right, but you're overcooking the fuck out of these lasagna pieces to a point where it's just unevenly cooked. Like, you're gonna have small, minuscule pieces that are just gonna taste slimy, and then other like big ass pieces that are like gonna taste okay. But respect the pasta. I cannot really complain about this to my girlfriend, because she's like, please don't give me too much Italian drama. And I can't help it. I'm doing it here. Don't, please never break lasagna again and make it and turn it into a soup. Thank you very much. Lasagna, 8 here. Yeah, it took a long time, I know. It's not better than spaghetti. It's more enjoyable. Just lasagna alone, great dish. Okay. I talked a lot. Maybe I'll edit it differently. Let's move on, because I'm gonna be annoyed again, because we're at penne. Now, penne, I think, are overrated. Point blank period, penne overrated. Why? It's awkward. I think penne don't really cling to the sauce as much as I would want to. A lot of the times when I try to prick into a penne, it sometimes it just slips off my fork, and it's annoying as fuck, and it gets messy. Also, texturally, not that pleasant to eat. I'm gonna say it, and this one is controversial, but I think penne is a D tier. To me, not texturally not that enjoyable. Also, way too overrated. It's used way too much. And I think instead of using penne, you could really use a different kind of pasta for the sauce, and it would be way better. I think using penne is just I don't know. It's just a silly excuse just because penne is really popular. Okay, next we have fusilli. I think fusilli is just the better version of penne. Way better. It catches the sauce way nicer. It has an amazing mouthfeel. I like it. I like fusilli. They cook great. They cook very evenly. They're a little bit soft on the outside, and then they get chewy on the inside. Great. Fucking love fusilli. I think right there, A tier, solid. Yeah, right there. Then we have farfalle. Now, I have a little bit of beef, or I have a little bit of criticism for farfalle. I think farfalle, they're beautiful. Because they look like bow ties. Farfalle, they're called butterflies. They're translated butterflies in Italian, so they mean butterfly because they look like a butterfly. Let's be real. The problem with farfalle is that texturally they get unevenly cooked because the center is very not very thick, but is a lot thicker than the outside, like 3 times as thick as the outside. So you have to be very careful cooking this because you still want it to be chewy. But if you cook it al dente, then I think the middle is a bit too chewy in compared to the outside. It's hard to cook it perfectly. And if you cook it too hard, then the outside of the farfalle is going to be a bit slimy and it's going to be a bit annoying to prick it. Overall, it's still really good, but I'm going to give it a B tier. Next, we have macaroni. So, macaroni, yes, it is genuinely, it was first, it is an Italian pasta shape, and I'm pretty sure maybe macaroni sometimes is used for pasta al forno. Correct me if I'm wrong, because we use ziti. Sometimes you can use penne, and maybe macaroni. I don't know. Because I don't really make pasta al forno too often, and sometimes I would order it at a bar. I think macaroni are nice. What I like most about macaroni is that they are really cheap in supermarkets, so you can make an easy pasta dish out of it. They don't really pay like fucking $2.50 per packet, which is stupid. And they do that because the pasta is famous. If a product is famous, they ask a lot of money for it. However, macaroni is a cheap product. Like per box, I would have to pay like 80 cents. Love it. Great. I'll give it a B tier. It's solid. Yeah, it's like right by farfalle. Then trofie. Not gonna lie. No, not an S. This is where I'll place this. Because sometimes I'm in a situation where do I want to use trofie or do I want to use fusilli? Because they're almost the same, but they're different. And they're both really enjoyable. This is like where I would doubt, do I want this or that, because they're both nice. Then, next up, we have another unique pasta. It's casarecce. Now, casarecce, these are good. I think they're like a better version than macaroni somehow, which is weird. Like, it's such a weird pasta shape, but it works. Like, you wouldn't expect this to work because it looks a little bit chunky. But it works. I like it. I like casarecce. And I think they're okay. I'm gonna put them Actually, also above burattini. I'm gonna put them right here. Now, cavatappi. Cavatappi. This it's so weird. I don't like cavatappi. Look at it. Look at this pasta shape. In comparison to all the other pasta shapes, at least they try to be like symmetric. I mean, it is symmetric. I mean, at least they try to be consistent in shape and not like have a weird mouthfeel. These right here have such a weird and awkward mouthfeel. Like I'm enjoying the sauce and then I'm like, what the fuck is in my mouth? I'm like, ugh. I'm just rolling it around with my tongue. It's like I have a shriveled, like petrified snake on my tongue, and I have to chew that every single time. No, don't want that. I think it's worse than penne. They're going to eat here. Don't like them. These are gigli. I was right. Nice. And I think they're unique. They're like little flowers. To be honest, you're only gonna use gigli once or twice. Like, what's at C tier or above right now, those are the big boys. Sometimes you would just use penne. I would sometimes use penne. But, I don't know. Gigli is kind of like the outsider, like the underdog, but still good. Still okay. It's a B tier. It's right here. Ooh. Now, these are some of my favorite pasta ever. These are rigatoni. Now, I fucking love rigatoni. S tier. To me, these can combine so well with the right picked sauce. And just texturally is really nicely chewy. You get some good sauce in there. It clings really nicely. It combines beautifully with the sauce. It looks aesthetically really pleasing. I fucking love rigatoni. I think S tier. First S tier. Give it up. Love them. Then this is the XXL. You take a mushroom as rigatoni and you change into fucking super rigatoni, and then you get these big ass cannelloni. I love cannelloni. But here's the thing with cannelloni. You can only make two dishes. You have cannelloni al ragù or cannelloni al spinaci. And therefore, there's not much variety. Second off, they're fucking huge. Like I said, they're big mushroom boys rigatoni. So, not really the easiest to eat, and it's a bit of a sin to like cut into a pasta. Personally, I just don't like that because I'm pretty close to like staying loyal to the rules of eating, but you have to cut it with a fork and knife to eat it with the filling. And I don't know, in my opinion, it's just a bit weird. It's a weird eating experience. It's not the easiest, but the dish itself, oh, so fucking good. Anyhow, I'm still putting it in S. I'm still putting an S. It's come on. Then after that we have orzo. Now orzo is basically risotto, but it's not. It has the same shape, but it's made. God damn it! But it's not the same because it's made from the pasta flour and the egg. It's just the pasta dough, but then very, very small. And it can emulsify really well. You can basically use it as a risotto, but it's still different. And I think orzo is nice. Personally, I I prefer risotto than orzo. Maybe you could feel different about that, but I like risotto better. However, you have to respect orzo. They're still completely different, and orzo is still fucking delicious. I think it's a high B. Like it's over here, almost there. No, I changed my mind. It is an A, but a low A. Ooh, okay. Now, let me start off with this one by just. Oh, oh, minestrone della nonna, piccoli ditallini. Oh my god, ditallini. These are godly. Buonissimissimo. They're so fucking good. I love ditallini. If you're sick and your nonna makes you an amazing dish with minestrone with ditallini and some olive oil drizzled on top, some parmigiano. Oh, you're gonna be fine. I don't care if you got COVID, the cold, every sickness on top of each other. Have some minestrone and you're gonna heal. You're gonna heal your immune system. Boom, fucking on fire. It's never been stronger before. I love ditallini. It's the most comfort pasta you'll ever have where you need something warm and cozy. Mix it also with a nice sugo. Oh, it's so nice. Just a simple tomato sauce or a very simple minestrone. Ditallini, they're one of my favorite. They're a childhood favorite and they still make me feel warm and comforted inside. Buonissimissimo. Next, we have ditali. This is the bigger version than ditallini. And if you compare ditallini to ditali, it's like you can like use it for, I guess, more other types of dishes, because ditallini are very small. You can only use it for like those comforting dishes, but ditali you can use it for like some more thicker sauces. However, they're not on ditallini level, but they're still super duper enjoyable to eat. I'll put it in the middle actually. I fucking still love ditali. Like, these two pasta shapes are so goddamn goated. They're amazing. Next, we have a pasta that has pushed it way too fucking far. These are annelloni, which basically translates to big rings. And, they're fucking huge. They're like, okay, they're basically as if like you took a cooked cannellone or a cannellono and you just cut it into small pieces. You're not going to fit one of these motherfuckers in your mouth, even though you have to. You're eating a big ass annellono in your mouth with some sugo or with some ragu, and your face is gonna get fucking covered. And then you're gonna feel like an embarrassed idiot in the restaurant or just at home. I still love the texture, still love the experience, but I just feel embarrassed after like getting sauce all over my mouth. They're not that enjoyable. They're goated, but they're also not that great. They're way too fucking big. So, therefore, I think annelloni, they're gonna get a solid A tier. I'm gonna put it right there. Like, this is like a case of beautifully messy, but still messy. Then we have gnocchi. So, there's a difference. We have here, these are gnocchi. These are gnocchi. Difference. They're spelled the same, but it's different. Gnocchi, I think they're cute. They're like little caterpies. Pokemon. Caterpillars. I fucking love them. They're super cute. Whenever I just see them on my plate, I'm like, God damn it! It just looks so adorable. And it's a great eating experience. I love gnocchi. They're fucking cute. They're sweet. They're an A tier, right there. Then we have ruote. Now, let me explain this one. If this is okay, I admit this is a little bit rage bait, and I know. This opinion is mostly subjective. I can imagine if you eat ruote and if you had this as a child, you're probably gonna say A tier. Oh, whoa. You're probably gonna say A tier, maybe even S tier because you had this as a kid. I, however, did not have this as a kid. Secondly, the reason I hate ruote is because they have two versions, ruote and stella, and fiori. The reason I hate this, because from this version, they made a shit ton of ugly ass, fake ass, fucking touristic bullshit figures. Insanely. Oh my god. Whenever I see like a fucking Dora themed or a Stranger themed fucking pasta shape, it's all because of the ruote. And I hate it. I don't know why, but the pasta shape, oh my god, I hate it. Can you imagine having like that pasta shape in your mouth and it's gonna feel so fucking weird because all these little holes are gonna touch your tongue and it's just gonna be like, ugh. Like they just like those air pockets just slither over your tongue and ugh. No. Please. Uninvent it. Let's go back, reset, and never talk about this again. Now, orecchiette. For the right sauce, orecchiette, I want to say it's buonissimissimo. Oh, it's in between it. Oh my god, I fucking love orecchiette. It's weird. They have a weird name, but also cute name. They're called little ears. They're ears. I mean, it's how fucking creative and inventive is that? I think it's fucking amazing. I love orecchiette. But I have to it's my list, but still, I have to decide. Is it buonissimissimo or is it S? Would I prefer orecchiette over rigatoni? Yes! Would I prefer it over ditalini? No. But it still goes on there. God, I love this pasta. Oh. It's way too pleasant. I can't. It's way too pleasant. Then, after that, we have gnocchi. We have arrived to gnocchi. Ooh. Now, I think gnocchi, yes, I know, you can call it quote unquote pasta because there's potato in it and it's not the same dough. I'm still giving it a high A. I still love it. Come on. You substitute gnocchi for something different if you want a different kind of texture for once. You like, let's say you want like a pasta pesto, but then you're like, I want a different kind of mouthfeel. Gnocchi. And boom. Fucking delicious. Enjoyable. Great. High A tier. Then we have piperigate. Now, piperigate, they're one of those pastas where it's like, it's like borderline humongous. They're not as big as annelloni, but they're also weird. They're big, but they're just shaped weirdly. I think they're just a worse version of ronquille. And I don't know, because of that, it has a strange feeling. It leaves me a strange feeling in my heart. I think, in my opinion, It's between low A and high B. Well, because I guess because I don't eat them very often. You're not gonna eat these very often. Let's put them here. Yeah, right there. Okay. Bam. Gonquilha. I fucking love. They are, oh my god. Next up, gonquilha, buonissimissimo. They're my second favorite pasta ever. Oh god, I cannot stop praising this pasta. Like these three top tier pasta, oh my, I cannot stop praising them. Gonquilha, first of all, super unique, super creative. It looks so nice on the plate, and they scoop up the sauce so well. I swear they scoop up the sauce so nicely, so satisfyingly. Second off, they're called seashells, and they are like seashells, and I think that's so fucking cool. I don't. I know it's just pasta, but fucking let me be. Fuck off. Jesus, I fucking love gonquilha. One of my all-time favorite pasta shapes ever. Super enjoyable to eat. Yes, you can overcook them. It's a bit hard to cook right, but when you cook it right, super, super, super nice. Love it. This is buonissimissimo. Next up, we have a very, very, very famous, not very famous, but we have tortellini. Now, tortellini, my favorite way to eat tortellini is tortellini al brodo, which is like a super, super comforting way of eating these filled pasta. You have a really nice, like soothing vegetable broth with some tortellini, which adds some tartness because of the ricotta inside. Oh man, it makes me feel warm inside. It's an S. Hello, mouse. Ah, there we go. Wabam! S here. Sacchettoni. They're like really the disabled version, the worst version of tortellini. Thing is, I like the filling. They give you a little bit more filling. You also put them in broth, but these flappy things, they're just it's unevenly cooked. It's unevenly cooked. They're always too overcooked and not cooked well for my liking. So that's why I just cannot rate them the same as tortellini, because tortellini they're just shaped way better. These are just they're not reliable. They're not as good, but still, I love them. You cannot hate on filled pasta. Like if you mess up filled pasta, even as like inefficient as this is, it still deserves an A. And I'm gonna put them right there. And then finally, we're gonna close it off with the last one, ravioli. Now, this is where I'm gonna be a bit confused with myself, because tortellini are more comforting, but ravioli are more tasty. However, they're also, in my opinion, a bit too big. Like you only eat you eat one raviolo at a time, and it feels, I don't know. It takes a long time for you to like eat one raviolo at a time. It's just you have to chew a lot, but you do get a lot of filling. It's just, I'm a bit on the fence here. Do I think it's better? As a pasta, I think ravioli are tastier than tortellini. However, as a pasta dish, tortellini are better, because I think they're just more enjoyable with the sauce. Ravioli is just, is too big of a pasta with the sauce, but still really, really enjoyable. I'm sorry. I think it has to go here. If you disagree with me, I get that. Ravioli are super fucking tasty. In my opinion, they're just a bit too big. And I don't know, it's just, I don't like huge fucking globs of pasta in my mouth. It's like enjoyable and it's silly, but it's not the best. I know I have cannelloni as S tier, but you don't argue. You can argue, of course. I'd love to argue, and I think everyone can have their argument, but please, like at least listen to what I have to say. But anyway, this is my list of pasta. Let me know if you agree. Let me know if you disagree, and let me know how you would like to make your own opinion. I'm gonna link this list in the description down below, or see if I can do it, or I don't know, or just make your own. It's a bit of a pain to make it, but you can make it yourself. I already named all of the pasta, so you can look it up, make pictures of it, make your own list, and do it yourself. Share it to me. Let me know how you would have it differently. I hope you enjoyed watching this video, and I'll see you until the next one. Goodbye.
Volare, oh, cantare, oh, nel blu dipinto di blu, felice di stare lassù. E volavo, volavo felice più in alto del sole ed ancora più su, mentre il mondo pian piano spariva lontano laggiù.